It's your boy, Mdeez.
Like that and me like that. You are the night nurse and me are the girl. Bubble make me bubble girl. Bubble something like that.
Mdeez, talk to me about that name.
Mdeez is the musical doctor. When the doctor go off to college, they get their MD. You know what I mean? My thing is, I'm a ghetto music doctor, so you know, we add little on to the D, so it's easy. You know what I mean? I consider myself one of those that write music that help people, so I look at that as my prescription. You know what I mean? I prescribing this to you. I don't write rhymes. I write prescriptions. You know.
What would you say your music is?
My music is mood music. Why I call it mood music is because I could get up tomorrow and feel like doing rake and scrape and do a rake and scrape song, or next week decide, hey, I want to do hip hop and do a hip hop track. You know what I mean? My main strand is writing, so I write everything, so I'll dabble in anything there is.
Let me know the very first time you can remember you wanted to do music.
Oh my goodness, if you're saying that, you're talking about when I could remember myself, my first memories, you know what I mean? I wanted radios and stereos when everybody else was crying for like Legos and things like that. I wanted radios, stereos, tape decks, Little funny story, I had a cousin older than I. We both grew up in the same yard. When it was Christmas time, he would get the latest stereo. And I would be like, why y'all didn't get me one? I want that too, you know what I mean? And like the next Christmas, they would buy me that stereo and then buy him the new advanced one. And I was like, what? Yeah, just get it. Once it's radio and it's up to date, get it for me, So music has always been around me, My father is from Jamaica. He has a dub plate studio. So as a young kid going over there, I would always visit the dub plate studio and mess around with the equipment. Guys like Mad Cobra who sing Flex and then they from my dad's corner, so they would always be in the studio. So yeah.
The day you decided to start music, just take me through that journey.
Me and a few cats, we always used to do, that was the beatboxing era, so we used to be beatboxing, rapping around school. I had some of my teachers, shout out to all my teachers, for real, because there was a few teachers in particular that noticed that I was really drawn to the music and had a passion for it. So they actually would, when everybody else was taking a written test or a written homework and things like that, they would be like, yeah, homework is different. You go home and you make a song about this formula in maths, you know what I mean? And then you come back tomorrow, everybody else like, oh, I don't know if this right. I know mine's right. Even as simple as it might seem, that helped me along my way with even starting writing music, And that gave me the knowledge that, hey, well, you could write music, bro. So when it was coming up to my graduation time, and don't ask me what the other says, but when it was coming up to my graduation time, I wanted to do something like everybody else did their job training week. They went this way, that way, that way. I skipped job training because they couldn't find a studio to send me in. Serious. I ducked the whole week, and I decided, hey, I won't get a song on the radio before graduation. I want people to be like, hey, I graduated with this student. My thing was, oh man, like at that time, 100 Jams was like the pinnacle if you could have just get there. This was even before Bahamians was really getting noticed as artists and musicians. So at that point, I was like, all right, if I could get on 100 Jams, that would be the most amazing thing. So from there, it never stopped.
Hit you with the south part, knocking you out. Rift and call it, take off the glove now.
You look back at Bahamian music when you and Sosa and a few others, that was the peak of Bahamian music in this era, like Bahamian hip hop. So how do you feel knowing that your name was mentioned as one of the pioneers for Bahamian music?
I'm still humbled by it because I still have a lot more to go with this journey in music, and I'm humbled and honored to be a part of what you guys call the peak in the history of entertainment.
From Jamaica, the States, Bahamas, who were your musical inspiration?
People like Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, look at Stevie Wonder, these are the kind of people that I grow up hearing a lot. They're the type of people that write timeless music. Timeless music, like you could listen to that 10, 15 years from now and it's still relevant. It still could play, still make you move,
Your new album is called Classics. You're talking about the artwork, the title, producers, even the writing. Just run me through Classics.
Wow. The title was chosen because of the structure of the album. The album was like an old school feel. You know, it took you back to the days where you had, 7 tracks on an album, interludes and skits and everything. So I wanted to capture that old feeling. But then when we started to make and started to do the real creation, that would have been myself and Sketch, myself and Dylan McKenzie Jr., which is known as Mark in the day, Shout outs, they done most of the work on the album. Mark in the day is the executive producer. We are at Commonwealth Studios, just know it. Yeah, we spent night for night in here putting it together. I began to notice a trend, I started to get this little niche for like adding old classic reggae music, like pieces from them in most of the songs. Alan Pacino Wallace, he did the artwork, so shout out Alan, you know what I mean? Me and Alan has been friends for, oh my goodness, for years. Our first studio where we hung out was Funk Epidemic, that was in Carmichael. We would be in there making music, Alan would be in there just painting every single wall, just like this wall is the graffiti wall, this wall is the dark wall, so everything gothic over here, and it was like amazing, because we would travel together as a big team, anywhere we go, whether it's here or abroad, it would be the whole crew and everybody got to show off what they were about and everything. So it was funny that, all these years we've been together and now Mdeez has became somewhat of a household name that, good much of Bahamians would, when they hear the name, they know it. And Alan became the same thing in his art, but it was like we never really did anything together since back in the days, and we always would talk like, oh, we need to do some stuff together. And I'm doing my first album, I need some artwork, and he was like, hey, I got you. How you feel about the salt art and everything? And it's like, oh, looking at the reviews on them, do that, please. You know what I mean? You can't keep the salt on the table that long. The wind will blow that away. Take a picture of that, send it to me. And people been loving it. And I've been, appreciating everything, appreciating all the love and all the support,
Where they could find you, where they could hear your music, where they could see you next.
I'll be at Island House on the 20th. There'll be a show with me, Tarrus Riley, Kamilah. I have a tremendous amount of shows through the years. You can find me on my social media, my Facebook. That's Mdeez Night. You can find me on Instagram, Mdeez Music. Find me on Twitter, Mdeez Music. On iTunes, Apple Music, Rhapsody, Shazam, iHeartRadio, all those media outlets. It's your boy, Mdeez.
Me no afraid of no bullbuck, no dopey canker. If you talk to me, then me we answer. Mr. Smith always and that fi me sponsor. Me no box and kick, no, me no boxer. Nah run fast, dog, me no trackster. Face get cracked like he's a lobster. Bone them move, dog, chiropractor. Coulda ballad, coulda even rasta. And a laptop, but me bring the Mac back. Me we send Alpine straight to your snap back. Boy, you a fool, so you better Snapchat. Murder your mama, put it on Snapchat. Na voice note, we na WhatsApp, send something to your car, turn it in a drop top. Say me na see no boy when me afraid of. Them get served on the block like a waiter. Serve two kick in your face like serve two box in your plate like serve two kick in your face like no, them not bad like me. Serve two kick in your face like serve two box in your plate like serve two kick in your face like no, them not bad like me. Boom! It's your boy, Mdeez. Brrr.